Hello friends, today we are going to do circles and our main discussion topic will be arcs of circles. So before going into the video, I would request you to please subscribe to my channel and like, share and comment, subscribe to our channel. So let us know first what is an arc. If a circle is placed like this and the one which I have colored with blue is called an arc. So arc can be defined as the part of circumference of the circle, any part of the circumference of the circle. So if we take this arc, what I have colored in blue, let us name it as some ABC. So ABC is an arc. ABC is an arc and AP. Okay, now APC is major arc. That is also a arc. This is also a arc. ABC is also a arc and APC is also a arc, but the one which is bigger is called the major arc and one which is smaller is called the minor arc. So I hope you are clear with what is the term. Now let us go to the first theorem that's on your screen. Just have a look at it. If two arcs of the same circle subtend equal angles at the center, they are equal. So what does it mean is, this is a circle and if two arcs, let us take this arc as APB and this arc as CQD. Okay, this is the center O. So if two arcs of the same circle, so the conditions need to be satisfied when we are applying a theorem. So of the same circle means they should be of one circle. So here the condition is satisfied and subtend equal angles at center. What does this sentence mean is, from the starting point of the arc, let us draw two lines like this to the center only and two lines like this. This is the arc and here it is forming an angle. Okay, here it is forming an angle and here also it is forming an angle. So what does this sentence mean is, if these two angles are equal, then these two arcs are equal. This is what exactly the sentence meant. So if two angles, any two arcs if you take, and they subtend angles at the center, equal angles at the center, so they are subtending equal angles at the center means when the lines are drawn from the center to the first point of the or the tip point of the arc, so they are also known as radius, and the angle formed between them if is equal to another same angle formed by another arc, then those two arcs are said to be equal. They here refers to the arcs. Let us go how to prove it. In a circle, let us take a circle over here like this. Okay, we have already drawn, so let us go through this one. We have to prove that arc APB is equal to arc CQD. For that, we will be doing a small construction. So join AB and CD also. Join AB and CD. Now we got two triangles. Triangle AOB and triangle COD. Triangle AOB and triangle COD. Now here we should find 3 to prove that these two triangles are congruent, any three parts, and then we can say that this arc is or this chord is equal, and by that we can say that arcs are equal. And one important term is equal chords. Equal chords of a circle, equal chords of a circle cut equal arcs. Okay, cut equal arcs. What does this sentence mean is, if here you can see, if AB is equal to CD, then arc APB will be equal to arc CQD. Means if two chords are equal and the arc by which they are formed are also equal. That is what this sentence meant. Now let us take these two triangles, as just now we have to triangle AOB and triangle COD. Okay, now let us take, you can see here OA is equal to OC because they both are radii of the circle, and OB is also equal to OD, they are also radii of the circle. OA is equal to OC, OB is equal to OD, those both are radii of the circle. Okay, now here in the theorem it is given that if two arcs of the same circle subtend equal angles, means it is already given that these two angles are equal. So this will be the third part. So it is, as it is already given in the question, so we can take that these two angles are also equal. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD, as it is given in the question. Now these two triangles are congruent, that is triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. Now AB is equal to CD by CPCTC. These two are nothing but chords of the circle. As these two triangles are congruent, AB is equal to CD by CPCTC. Now as per this statement, equal chords of a circle cut equal arcs. So these two chords cut equal arcs. So arc APB is equal to CQD. Arc APB is equal to CQD. Okay. Yeah. Now let us go on to the next theorem. Just have a look at it. This is just the converse of the previous theorem we have discussed now. If two arcs of a circle are equal, they subtend equal angles at center. I hope you understood what that theorem meant. That is, if two arcs of a circle are equal, so this time this is different. Before, in the previous theorem, we are having two subtending angles equal, and so arcs are equal. Now here arcs are equal and we have to prove that the subtending angles are equal. Now let us take this arc, center O, and we have to take another arc also. Let us take with the same A, P, B and CQD, same names. As we have done for the previous question or the previous theorem, the same we will be doing here also. Okay. Now here for this also we will be doing the small construction, that is joining AB and CD respectively. Now here it is already given that two arcs of a circle are equal. Two arcs of a circle are equal. You can see over here, two arcs of a circle are equal, means what that is meant is, you can see at this statement, equal chords of a circle cut equal arcs, and this sentence can be reversed that equal arcs of a circle cut equal chords. Means if two arcs are equal, then the chords joined to them are also equal. Joined from the tip to tip are also equal. So this meant that AB is equal to CD. AB is equal to CD. Okay. As per the statement, we are doing this. So I am not writing any reason over here. And same way, OA is equal to OC, and OB is equal to OD. Radii of the circle. Radii of same circle. Now these two triangles are congruent. So by CPCTC, angle AOB is equal to angle COD. So by CPCTC we can prove that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Now we have done with our both the theorems. One is the theorem and one is the converse of the same theorem. So now we are having a small important point, that is, in a circle, if n-sided polygon, regular polygon, is inscribed, then angle subtended by each side or the each arm of this polygon at the center of the circle is equal to. So what is that meant is important point. Just have a look at the statement. If an n-sided polygon is inscribed in a circle, then angle subtended by each side or each arm of this polygon at the center of the circle is equal to 360 divided by n. What does this statement exactly meant is, let us take a circle and okay, now let us take any triangle. Let us take a triangle which is inscribed in this polygon. Okay, this triangle is inscribed in a polygon. This is actually meeting over here, but I am drawing roughly in order to explain it to you. Okay, let us name it as some A, B, C. ABC with center O. Okay, now here, according to this statement, if n-sided polygon is inscribed in a circle, inscribed means nothing but drawn in a circle, then angle subtended by each arm at the center. Angle subtended by each arm exactly meant that if we take two lines like this, okay, two lines like this, and this also we can take. Okay, now let us take this angle BOC. Now angle BOC is equal to 360 divided by 3 is equal to 120. So this is what the sentence means. If the angle is subtended by two arms like this from the ends of the polygon, and they are equidistant from the circumference of the circle. You know that from the center of the circle, radius are equal. So when they are subtending like this the angle, the formula to find this angle value will be 360 divided by how many sides the polygon is having, that many sides you have to divide it with. Here triangle we are having 3 sides, 1, 2 and 3. So we have to do divided by 3. So 3 120s are. So this angle is 120 degree. This is what the exact meaning of the sentence. So 360 by n, 360 by n, you have a look at this formula, 360 by n. Now let us go on to a simple, this is the last part of this video, and in the next video we are going to do the typical problems or main problems of this particular topic of the chapter circles. Okay, now we'll just have a look at the question. Now here in a given figure, so already figure is given, O is the center of the circle, AB is a side of regular octagon. So octagon is nothing but polygon with 8 sides. Octagon is nothing but polygon with 8 sides, and AC is side of regular hexagon. AC is side of regular hexagon. Hexagon meant that it is 6-sided polygon. 6-sided polygon. So AC is side of regular hexagon, means here the angle will be 360 by 6, and here the angle will be AB side of regular octagon, so angle will be 360 divided by 8. So what they asked in the question is, they asked to find us the 3 angles. 3 subparts of this question are given, and we have to find those 3 values of the angles. So let us write. Let us do with first part, angle AOB. Angle AOB. You can just have a look at the figure. Angle AOB. So this one is the angle AOB. So in the question it is given that AB is side of a regular octagon. AB is side of a regular octagon. So AB is side of regular octagon, nothing but 8-sided polygon. 8-sided polygon. And as per the given statement over here, I have said you right? Yeah, this statement, they subtend angles by each arm at the center of the circle, and that is equal to 360 by n. 360 divided by n. So angle is equal to 360 divided by n is equal to 8. Remember, n is nothing but the number of sides. N is nothing but number of sides of a polygon. Very important. Yeah. Now n is equal to 8. So n is equal to 8. This is the side of regular octagon. So when it is subtending angles, the angle here, angle AOB, will be equal to 360 divided by n, where n is equal to 8. So 360 divided by 8. So 8 ones are n, 8 45s are. So angle AOB is equal to 45 degree. Angle AOB is equal to 45 degree. So this is 45. Let us go on to the next one, angle AOC. So angle AOC, just have a look in the figure. It is a side of regular hexagon. Regular hexagon. So regular hexagon is nothing but 6 sides. Hexagon is having 6 sides. So n will be equal to 6 now. Angle AOC is equal to how much? N will be equal to 6. So now here angle AOC is equal to, angle AOC is equal to 360 divided by n, which is equal to 360 divided by 6, 60. Now here angle AOB angle AOB is equal to 60 degree. Angle AOC is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Now let us move on to the third bit. Angle BOC. Angle BOC is equal to how much? So now angle BOC is equal to how much? You can see from the figure, this angle is 45 and this angle AOC is nothing but angle AOC is 60 degree. Now from the figure, angle BOC is equal to, BOC is nothing but BOC, means this whole angle you can see over here. This whole angle is BOC. So angle BOC is nothing but angle AOB plus angle AOC. Okay. This whole angle is nothing but this angle plus this angle. Now we are having the values both of that. Angle AOB is 45 and angle AOC is 60. So which is equal to 45 plus 60 degree, which is equal to 105 degree. So angle BOC is equal to 105 degree. We have solved this question. So that's all for today's videos, friends. Thank you all for watching my video. Do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Killman. And in the next video, we are going to do some problems based on arcs and the formula which I have said just now. And after that, we'll be going through the revision. And next video, we are going to do arcs of the circle problems. And after that next video, we'll be going on to the revision of the whole chapter circles. And after that video, we'll be starting a new chapter that I'll let you know in the next video. So thank you all for watching my video. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, friends.